I'm a 12-year health and fitness professional, and I've been working with women for that amount of time to help them to manage their hormones, to lose fat, to change their body, to help their relationship with food. And if somebody were to ask me how to reduce inflammation, what I would say to them time and time again is what we need to do is control blood sugar and we need to manage insulin. So here are the things that we do. Eat fiber with your carbohydrates in order to slow the digestion of the carbohydrates and lower those glucose spikes. Pair your carbohydrates with proteins and fats so that you're able to do the same thing, so that you're able to make sure that you blunt the effect of the carbohydrate on your blood sugar, therefore not requiring the huge insulin response after to bring down the blood sugar levels. Eat foods with a lower glycemic index. So we know choosing things like berries and things that are fibrous so that they digest slower and we don't have that insulin overload after your meal. A huge one that is really overlooked is making sure that you manage your meals throughout the day so that you're not always eating. We need to give our digestion a chance to rest and also give insulin a chance to rest also. If you keep insulin working all day long to bring that blood sugar down, then you're going to trigger insulin resistance. Movement, getting walking after your meals helps to pull the glucose from your bloodstream and into the muscles so that you are able to, again, control the insulin response to your meals. Using supplements like apple cider vinegar and berberine can help with that blood sugar regulation also. And of course, do all the things to manage your sleep and manage your stress levels because a spike in cortisol will dysregulate your blood sugar. What we need to remember is that insulin is really important, not just with blood sugar, but it's an actual storing hormone. So insulin is going to tell your body to uptake the fat storage in order to get that blood sugar out of your system. And so if insulin is always signaling to your body that your cells need to uptake the energy and your cells are full because you're eating tons of carbs and insulin is always knocking on the door, that's when insulin resistance happens. And when insulin resistance happens, that is inflammation. So inflammation is at the root of inflammation, it's blood sugar mismanagement. So if we do this whole list of 20 things every single day, no big deal, we are able to reduce our blood sugar, manage insulin, and make sure that inflammation stays chill. And for a lot of people, this is enough. They're able to eat everything in moderation. Their labs look good. They have less inflammation. Their gut feels okay. Everything's hunky-dory. But many can't read the signs. So they might take berberine for a little bit, take apple cider for a little bit, not weigh their food, so not really know what they're putting in their body. Habit stacking's hard. Life is busy. Stress is high. Our emotional response to food, it's really hard to deal with. So some people might benefit from what I just spoke about at the beginning of this video. Others would rather remove carbohydrates completely. That's it. It's a line. All you do is just take them fully out. That restriction, that strong, clear boundary, well, it does a lot in the body, but it does a lot in the mind also. I'm talking about removing the thing that requires insulin in the first place. And this, my friends, is why people choose the keto or carnivore diet, because it takes carbohydrates completely off the table. It takes the whole conversation about inflammation and insulin into a very, very easily managed place. We remove carbohydrates, we ask our body to run off of fats, and we don't have to deal with the carbohydrate conversation at all. We don't have to try and slow the carbohydrates, think about the timing of the carbohydrates. Hey, I've been coaching for years. I used to have a whole system for how people can figure out what carbs, what timing, and how much they can have per day in order to stay in control. But what I figured out is that a lot of people can't handle that management. It's too much head trash. And the body really, really, really likes the alternative. So if you take carbohydrates completely out, all of a sudden, you don't have to think that hard. So without the carbohydrates, your body shifts to fat metabolism. And isn't that awesome? You're finally able to get rid of the weight that you've been holding on to. You're finally able to get rid of the head trash and all of the food noise that you've been holding on to. And your body is now running off of fat and ketones instead of glucose. And back to where we started in this conversation, when insulin isn't a problem, inflammation goes away too. In my next video, I'll talk about all the things about inflammation and why this insulin conversation is very important and why the trigger of insulin dysregulation, and insulin resistance actually is the term for it, why that causes inflammation in the first place. I don't know about you, but I love the fact that I don't need to think all day long about my food choices. I eat meats, I eat fats, I eat a little bit of dairy from time to time, but I don't have to manage the size of my meals, the timing of my meals. I don't need to manage if I have carbohydrates now or later, what I should eat before my carbohydrates. They're just off the table. And to me, that's a whole lot of freedom. It's pretty phenomenal not to wake up with sausage fingers and all the inflammation that I used to have. And you would have to just guess, what did I eat yesterday? What did I eat the day before? Trying to figure out what food aversion you had when really the issue was insulin triggering your inflammation. So anyway, bye carbs.